Hey, what's up? I'm Rashad.
Madison.
Today, Loki, episode 6.
The last episode of season 1.
Yes, you should have been here with us the whole time. You should have subscribed. Spoilers, of course. Almost forgot the intro to this episode that has like all the phrases from throughout the MCU, Captain America. You know, there's a bunch of people kind of forever. Shout out Chadwick. It's a lot, and even the real life people. There was like Maya Angelou, Neil Armstrong, a bunch of other stuff throughout the beginning to kind of culminate into this multiverse of madness, so to speak. But yeah, back to the video. Spoilers. We see that Jonathan Majors does appear, even though he lied to us in the media, said he know nothing about Loki, which was funny. We knew he was lying. But he shows up as He Who Remains, a.k.a. Kang the Conqueror, reveals himself to be the person behind the mated TVA. Basically, he is controlling all the pieces on the proverbial board. What did you get from this reveal?
That he likes to wear Birkenstocks.
Thanks.
Likes apples. Took his time eating that apple.
Yes.
After he dug his nose, he looked at his fingers to see if there was any boogers or debris on his fingers before he touched the apple. That's what I really noticed.
Yeah, that definitely did happen. I like the whole. It keeps in theme with the show. So we have this very.
Oh, and the apple was green. Talking about theme, apple was green, not red.
It was green, yeah.
Eat red apples because green apples are nasty.
That's a lie, but yeah, it keeps with the theme of the whole show. We have this TVA, very bureaucratic, very straightforward institution trying to keep the time together. But the maker of this is a very eccentric, kind of flamboyant character of a person. So that dichotomy is interesting to me because you would think that the person, especially he who remains, that sounds like somebody who was very stoic, old looking, decrepit.
Black don't crack.
It sure doesn't. But he's like, man, making jokes, being very almost like a Riddler type, just speaking in circles to them the whole time. So it was real interesting just to see how the choice of having Kang or He Who Remains be this way. It was a cool choice for me. What did you think of Loki and
Didn't like it.
Sylvie
Didn't
having
like
an emotional moment there?
That's basically incest.
I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, they have the same DNA and they're kissing.
But do they have the same DNA?
Yes.
All right, I thought it was weird too, but yeah, they had a moment. I don't know how that works.
There was no need for love interest in this.
Yeah, it could have been super platonic, or like even
Little soulmates, friendship soulmates,
brother and sister love. I mean, that could have definitely, but I think that just makes it even more weird too. I think that's what they was really going for, and especially because think about it too. So the dude who wrote this, Michael Waldron, is also a writer on Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. And especially seeing last episode of Rick and Morty, when they made spoilers for Rick and Morty, when they made the creepy baby out of it just kind of falls in line.
It was an incest baby.
It was disgusting. The most disgusting episode of Rick and Morty ever. Not a fan of that, but whatever. After that, though, it's because even with Sylvie, when Sylvie did that, Sylvie only did it as a means to an end. You understand what I'm saying? The only reason she kissed him because he took the Kang's little like fancy tent pad and then pushed him to back to the TVA.
And Tim Pad.
Yeah.
Wait, came out to Tim. to the TV. I was very confused.
It's a different CVA timeline. Yeah, so Loki, because thinking about it, when they go back and Hunter B-15 and Mobius is
so
talking.
It's a different version of himself.
Yeah, it's a different version of different timeline TVA.
Where Kang is the Conqueror, and they know about it.
I'm not sure.
Well, he who.
I'm not sure if the TVA knows about it, but it's a they're on a different timeline.
Yeah, I mean that
altogether.
Timeline.
Yeah, definitely, because he doesn't.
There was a whole little statue of him, so they must know who it is.
Yeah, it was just him. It wasn't no helmet. It was like an even more pronounced version of himself. So yeah, different timeline. Another couple of things. Break out the iPad. I took notes today. Miss Menace was definitely created by Kang as his weird anthropomorphic AI, because she knows everything. Even the fact that remember when on last episode Ravonna was like, yeah, download me the files when the TVA started, and she's been downloading that for the entire time, and then she downloaded it and didn't give her the files. And what did she say?
He said this would be more useful.
After she had a little interaction with Mobius and punked him and threw him on the ground. What did she say she was ought to do?
Find some free will.
Find free will. So
I wonder where she went. Maybe we'll see in season 2.
Yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure that she's going to find a version of Kang. Like, he's gonna try to draw her out and go on some sort of wild goose chase to find him. That's what I think. What else we got here?
So for maybe a regular life.
Yeah. So the whole storyline in the comics to where they were love interests, that actually starts. Because remember what he said, that he was tired, he was old, he basically has been alone over there, just chilling at the end of time. So that's what he wanted. Even though his whole plan was to have somebody take over the TVA, he was looking for one person. Was really a duo, the two Lokis. So that was interesting too. The fact that he really didn't he was done. So that was a real interesting proposition he gave them. Loki and Sylvie were having their little fisticuffs, and they get to the point where right before they have this random kiss, Loki tells Sylvie that she doesn't trust,
and they can't be trusted,
and he can't be trusted. So
that was lame.
No, I mean, but it was the truth though.
Yeah, I think.
Because but still, just that whole because she was like, why aren't you thinking the same way as me? Because even though there's still Loki variants, they still have their own different quirks about them. So that was, that's their guiding principle. It just was a really, really interesting episode. Another thing too, okay? So timeline being splintered, right? And even when you look at the castle basically is a representation of kintsugi. This is the Japanese pottery where something breaks and you put gold to mend it together. The entire place looked like that, if you notice. So that was a representation of essentially the timeline being placed back together because it was broken.
And what did Sylvie do? Mess it up.
Yeah, she definitely. It
would have been smarter for her to actually think.
Say what?
It would have been smarter for her to think.
But she wasn't. But she stayed on job the whole time. That, her whole mission in life was to get revenge, and sometimes the revenge you have isn't going to be the real answer to your issue. And that's what Loki was trying to get her to see, because he said, look, I've been there, I understand. I know what you're feeling. Don't ask me how. I know. That what he was trying to tell Sylvie. But Sylvie was like, man, shut up. Go back to where you came from. And then, of course, there has to be some sort of something that propels the plot for season 2. No end credit, just the Loki will return in season 2. Very, very old school, like, what's that crap called? Like phase 1 type ending for this series. These two did it in the movies a lot. But yeah, it was a really, really good episode. A lot of implications and ramifications for what could be next. Of course, Kevin Feige, you know what I'm saying? The amazing Kevin Feige said this is going to have the most effect on the MCU as a whole. So this is going to tie into multiverse of madness. And then we're going to see how Wanda plays into this. And this is going to be really, really good. Like, I can't wait until Doctor Strange. I gotta be honest, I wasn't a huge fan of the first Doctor Strange when it came out. Visually awesome. It felt like Tony Stark being a wizard because it was like kind of it was an origin story.
Because he has facial hair.
More than facial hair, but yeah, it was okay to me. But I really can't wait until Multiverse of Madness. That's gonna be awesome. I think next March. I think.
And they're both old men.
Okay.
With powers. Well, Stark doesn't really have powers, but you get the point.
I don't.
They do.
Yeah. All right. What else did you guys see in this episode that was really interesting? Type it below. We'll be back on Friday for Bad Batch. Very sad to see this series go, but I'm very happy to know it will be having a confirmed, even though we already knew, a confirmed season 2.
Continue.
Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you guys on the next one.
I don't want a season 2.
So what?
I don't want a season 2.
You want a season 2?
I don't.
Why?
Because I don't want to have to wake up all over again.